Rob?
Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we're taking a look at the Batman, or what they call the Evergreen line. The Mega Disc Blaster Disc Attack Robin. Got two little descriptions right there. There are not very many Robins in this wave, in this whole line rather. There's only technically 3, and each of the Robins that we've looked at here on my channel so far have each just been a little bit different than the next, but they don't totally seem, you know, like Robins in a purple color or aqua blue or something really weird. They've really kept Robin pretty much the same, changed his colors up a little bit, but keep him in the basic same color scheme that we know and think of when we think of Robin. There's generally typically 2 standard Batmans, then you have all the different crazy colored Batmans, which I always think those are a waste, and I'd like to know the retail figures of how many people are actually buying, or how many kids, as Mattel always like to say, well, we're marketing these towards kids. How many kids are going to buy a lime green Batman? They're going to want the blue or the, I guess now traditional black and gray Batman. I'm doing extra quotation fingers today. So I'll take a look at the packaging here. Very much the same from all of the other figures so far, with the blue-gray version of Batman and the different kind of a bat symbol, kind of the big bat across the chest, but it's kind of in an oval that goes out around the bat. So a different take on the bat symbol, kind of like merging the two together. And, you know, I think it works for what it is. There is Robin right there. As you could tell, he has a hood. So could this be their version of Damian, maybe? Or we'll kind of get into that once we get to figure out. There's a traditional Tim Drake R, as it is on there. And it says Mega Disc Blaster, Disc Attack, Robin. So here's the, I said the other figures in the way, that's down here. Here's the read-ups. Is the Joker is hijacking the circus, if I can read that. Robin must stop the runaway train and put the criminally crazy clown, Prince of Crime, in the clink. And then you can kind of see Robin saying, next stop, justice. So there's the Joker from this particular wave of figures. So circus, Robin, Dick Grayson, but a little bit still Tim Drake-ish and Damian Wayne, almost Arkham City type of a Robin look here. And then these, I don't know, I have so many things I want to say about these figures and what Mattel is doing. I think I may just wait till another video because I could get out on a nice rant. Now, this was kind of an interesting, cool Batman. I saw him when I picked this Robin up at my Walmart. But it's a quick-fire Batman, and it's kind of a Batman Beyond-faced Batman. There's the Capture Cuff Batman. So stupid. Total Armor, I almost said Tool Armor. Total Armor Batman, Airblade Batman, Attack in the Box Joker, which was the Joker that is right here. So, again, Joker in orange pants, I don't get it. So look for more Batman action figures, and then all the production and blah blah blah, where it's made, Warner Brothers, DC Comics, get it in frame there, Rob, and then they have the bottom information here, UPC. I did find this at my local Walmart. I did not have to travel anywhere extensive. I did not pay the $40 that I saw the wonderful eBay scalpers trying to sell this figure for. He is hard to come across. There is only 1 per case. So if you see any of these other crazy Batman and Jokers on the shelf, I think this is wave 3, if I am saying that right. So there was a Robin in the first wave, not a Robin in the second wave, and then a Robin in the third. Technically, the second Robin in the wave was in the deluxe version, and I have that one as well, which we've already reviewed, and you'll see I'll bring all 3 of the Robins up here. But there's 1 Robin per case, and as I was going through the pegs at my local Walmart, he was actually the second one on the peg. So they must have just recently put him up, so I'm chalking this up to dumb luck. We were actually a little farther away in some other cities around us looking at Walmarts, and it wasn't until we got back to our home area that I found this particular Robin. So I was looking for him, couldn't find him, and then, you know, wouldn't you know it, my hometown, that's the Robin I went elsewhere to look for. So sometimes check your own front door. Sometimes you'll find stuff there. That's enough of me doing this. Let's pause the camera. I'll get this guy out of package and we'll take a look at him, and then all of the other Robins that I have from this whole Batman Evergreen line. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, guys. Okay, I have to position my big dumb hand in the way here because you can guess it. If I let go of him, he falls down. There is no way in the world he's going to hold this accessory. It's gargantuan, for Christ's sake. I'm not kidding. That's like a melon on a toothpick. Okay, that's a little So I Married the Axe Murderer there. And it's hard to get on the stupid hand. There's no friggin' way, there we go, that this action figure is going to be able to hold this accessory. I'm telling you folks, this is the way Mattel is going. Neat. I mean, I like the R symbol there. It's embossed in, and there's no instructions on how to fire this thing. I sat here for a few minutes going, okay, where's the button that pushes it? Kind of, you know, Nightwing-ish a little bit. Kind of, you see the bird here where it kind of looks like a bird with its, you know, arms together. But I figured out that you just squeeze this portion here and it fires it. Surprisingly, it fires it really well. And I like on the back of the box, let's get the back of the box up here, it says, warning, do not aim at eyes or face, only use projectiles supplied with this toy. Do not fire at point blank range. Okay, so if you're marketing these towards kids, do they know what point blank range is? Yeah. So let's get some stuff moved around here. So it is what it is. Oversized toy that I guess if you're holding onto your action figure you can use it, but yeah. So let's take a look at the figure. They've gone away from the cloth cape and now we have this plastic thing. Now this time they didn't pin it with a little stupid T-joint inside of the plastic, but I see this thing plastic ripping. If I was a kid playing with this really hard, this plastic piece of plastic, changed my mind, was going to say something else, I think is going to rip. So I would have gone with the cloth cape, but the cloth cape had ripped too. But if you remember your 1970s action figures, your Star Wars figures, your Darth Vader, your Obi-Wan Kenobi with the cloak, it feels exactly like that. So if some of you people from the 70s have your Star Wars figures and you remember those rubbery cloaks that Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan wore, yeah, it feels like that. Now the artwork on the package, of course, I think this cape's going to get all kinds of bent up. You can already see the bend marks in the cape. That was from me trying to take it out of the plastic through the little plastic hole. I'm trying to find the actual box there. The little slit through back here, trying to get Robin out of package. Then the cape had to kind of get folded up to fit out of this spot. Now I probably should have cut the back of it, but I shouldn't have to do that. Things like that just bum me out. But I even forgot why I went to that box in the first place. While I'm on camera, I'm kind of going, duh, what was I doing? So this is going to be really funny. I get sidetracked, go grab that plastic, and I think I was probably talking about the back. Really professional there, Rob. But yeah, that it was getting all bent up and chewed up. The artwork, see how I did that right there? I remembered what I was going to say. The artwork shows the cape being kind of split. I thought, okay, that's kind of different. Little type of ninja type blades here. Maybe it's going up farther back. Now I know this is just a drawing, but it's very representative of the figure, and the little slit in the back of the cape only goes up just a little bit far. Not that I'm upset or disappointed. I would have rather had a cloth cape like the other Robin figures that I have from this line. But overall, I do really like it. It is very reminiscent. To get some, adjust some extra light here. It is very reminiscent of Tim Drake and Damien with the hood on. And I remember seeing this at comic conventions, and my light is going all kinds of crazy here. I apologize for that. There we go.
I'm going to have
Hopefully
to
that's
pause
better.
it quick. One moment.
Back to what I was saying, I saw some images, I think it's from a comic convention a year ago when they were going to be bringing out this line, may have even been early January of this year, and I instantly denoted the hood. I thought, oh hey, they're going for a Damien type of a Robin. It kind of reminds me also of the Young Justice Robin that had the little extra red down through the side that looked like it kind of extended. Just kind of hear a three-wheeler going by the house as it kind of extended down through the suit. So I thought that was kind of a little bit of a nice touch, kind of an homage to the Young Justice Robin, but really kind of cool. But again, he's not in a crazy costume in the boots. And of course, the oversized boots. Like, hey, we got to make kid-friendly toys, so all the proportions have to be really huge. Huge boots, huge hands, huge head, huge symbol, tiny body. So it is what it is. But see, I'm getting off on so many tangents here on this figure. But I'm glad, at least for the Robin figures, that we have 3 separate Robin figures, and each of them look like they could be the standard Robin, and they're not in a crazy purple-green, like an all-green Robin, or a yellow, or turquoise, something really weird Robin, like underwater scuba Robin. This is Robin. It didn't have to say anything extra special. You know that this is Robin. So it's kind of a mashup of Damien, Arkham City, kind of almost more of an Arkham City type of a Robin in this look, which I really think is kind of cool. And this is the 6-inch line. Now there is a 3 3/4-inch Robin that comes with a 4-pack with Batman, Robin, Two-Face, and I think the Joker. And I'm trying to track that down. That's a Walmart exclusive, or Walmart Target. Man, I can't talk today. A Target exclusive, and it looks like it's basically this Robin without the hood and the standard head, which I'll bring that up in just a second. So let's get to the articulation here as we're talking about heads and hoods and everything. The head is just on a standard action figure pivot, no extra articulation at all. So the hood, it's got a decent amount of detail. Looks like it's kind of armored, or could be kind of cloth. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks more like it's supposed to representing cloth, almost like a knight of the round table type of a hood or cloak. The arms just go all the way around, standard action figure articulation. The elbows on a little bit of a pin, so there's elbow articulation, no hand. He does turn at the waist, turns really well, better than any of the other Robins that I've had so far, so the waist is really good. The legs go straight up, and that's about it. Gets in a decent seated position as best he could, but the Batmobile that Robin and Batman can sit in has kind of a sloped seat, so this will work really well if you did want to sit Robin at the Batcave command center or inside the Batmobile himself. So there is the 3rd Robin in the 6-inch line. So let's bring up, we'll get in position here so we can have room with his friends. Let's bring up the other 2 Robins from this wave. Alright, here we are looking at the 3 Robins that made up this series of figures. We have Wave 1, and you could call this Wave 2, but it was in the deluxe line of figures, and then a Wave 3. So we have the Shield Strike Robin, the Combat Smash Deluxe Robin, and then the Disc. So I like that all 3 of these Robins are different enough to warrant the pickup, but they're not so crazy of a color scheme or a mashup that it's a throwaway figure. Now, that all having been said, and I do like to denote the capes. I have a fan that is blowing, so you can see that the cloth capes are actually, you know, moving, and then you have this plastic stiff and sterile cape. So I just would have kept with the cloth capes if I was them, but hey, it's not me. Or Mattel would be run so much differently. So I said these would warrant a pickup. You know, me being a Robin fan, that is why I bought these, because I want to try and collect, you know, all the Robin stuff that I possibly can. But I am one of those people that when people look at these type of figures going, who is buying these type of figures? Well, I did. I bought 4 of them. I have a Batman that's off to the side. I'll bring him back up in a second. Because I did want to pair a Batman and a Robin together. But I will agree, if this is the way Mattel is going with these kitty-type style of figures, then I'm not real happy about it. There's, you know, if they put out another Robin, would I get it? Yeah, probably, because I'm a Robin collector. But am I going to buy Aquaman or Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman? No, I'm not going to, because A, I'm not a kid, and I want a DC-UC type of a figure, a DC Collectibles type of a figure. So I don't think if they think they're alienating kids by having a $15 figure, and I'll be honest, if I had a kid and my son or daughter is going to want to play with a Batman action figure, am I going to spend $15 on a DC UC figure? No, I'll probably give him one of these. And eventually, when he gets older, if he still is collecting action figures, he'll want to move up into a DC UC type of an action figure. So I think you could have both sides of the coin, but I don't think you need to make so many different variations. Just have a standard figure. I mean, I'd have been fine if this was the only figure that was released from the line. I like this one. I really like it because of the yellow cape. I think Robin should have had the yellow cape on all these. But this black cape works. So if this was the only figure, the only Robin figure we were getting from the line, I'd have been fine with that, but was lucky enough to get 2 other Robins out of this line. So I think that's cool, just being a Robin fan. But at the same time, if they said, okay, you can get 3 of these Robins, or 1 DC Universe Classics, or Batman Unlimited, or the Damian Robin figure, I just said, yeah, forget it. Scrap these. Give me Damian. So I'm really torn, and was really kind of saddened by the San Diego Comic-Con footage that was released of what Mattel is doing. Now, I will say in the 3 3/4 line, there is a Batman that does kind of look interesting, that I might pick that one up, but this is probably going to go into a discussion for a later time of what I think of what Mattel is doing, so I'll just kind of curb this right here as the most important thing. We've been looking at the Disc Attack Robin. But I thought this was really cool that, you know, Batman is such a high priority, you know, commodity for Mattel and DC that it's rare to get anything other than a Batman. You know, you may get the other villains, and some of the other villains in this line are really cool. Mr. Freeze looks really interesting. Like, I thought that might be kind of cool to maybe have a villain from the line. So if I can have Batman and Robin posed together, maybe I can have them fighting Mr. Freeze. Killer Croc kind of looked good, but I'm not going to go out and spend all this money on a whole new line of figures when I have other figures from DC Collectibles and Mattel that are so much better than this particular line. But again, the Mr. Freeze did look really interesting, that to have him just to be able to stand on a shelf with these 3 guys and maybe the Batman would be worth it. You know, I'm really kind of surprised that we got 1 Robin, let alone, you know, 3 from the line, so I think that's really kind of cool. I think this one might be my favorite. There's no articulation in the legs. You have to squeeze like the superpowers to get the hand to, you know, spin. He turns at the waist and spins. So as far as being able to, you know, do anything with him, you know, you really can't. But standing on my shelf, I think he does look pretty cool. And if I was inclined to do so, I'd be really want to get some other yellow material and make you know, a yellow cape, you know, for this particular one. This one's really kind of cool. I really wish he had a cloth cape. It's a nice little hint to Damian there, and maybe Arkham City. So I like all 3, but if I had to pick one, the deluxe one is really kind of cool. As you're probably hearing my cat meow. See, Chapman Films and I have the same problem. We start filming and our cats and our dogs or whatever decide, hey, I want to be heard on video too. So that's pretty much going to be it for the look of the 3 Robins. We'll bring Batman up here real quick. And there is the Batman from the Power Attack line, is also it is referred to as well, but they're also referring it to their Evergreen line. There was 2 variants, I guess, of the standard. You had the blue and the gray and the black and the gray. I decided to go with the black and the gray. I used to be a real fan of the blue and the gray, but the black and the gray with the new 52, and then the latter part of the old DCU continuity, he was more black and gray. And I just think that really works well for Batman, so this is the reason why I chose this particular Batman. So it's kind of cool to have a Batman and a Robin stand together from this line. Now I just have to decide which Batman is going to stand, or which Robin is going to stand with which Batman. But with all three of them, it works really well. This particular Robin is taller than this Batman only because it's the deluxe. And I think just because of the gimmicks and the pieces that are inside this particular Robin, they had to kind of make them a little bit bigger. But also with the name deluxe, you probably normally expect a little bit bigger figure as well. But at least to be able to stand with the normal 6-inch figures, either one of the two Robins works very well. And I kind of like this one standing with this Batman. But so that's pretty much that. Today we've been taking a look at the Disc Attack Robin, and I think primarily this is going to be the last Robin from the line, and I don't know how much longer this line is going to continue until Mattel brings out their new wave of figures. So it'll be interesting to see in the latter few months here, once the Arkham Origins games come out, how they're going to be moving forward with their Mattel or with their DC license in general. So hopefully you have liked this review. Anytime I can get my hands on a Robin figure, this guy right here is very happy. So just being a Robin fan, I definitely picked it up. Am I picking up any others from the line? No, I'm not. I'm not really going to waste my money on any more of these figures. Like I said, if I could find the Mr. Freeze, I might be tempted to pick that up just so I can have a villain standing with them. Something I forgot to point out, that each of the three Robins is a little bit different. This is the only Robin to feature kind of the triangle buckles on the front of the vest, or the tunic part of it, so I thought that was really pretty cool. So that's pretty much going to end it here. Not going to pay too much more attention and love to this particular line of figures. That's going to be it for me. Unless they would happen to release another Robin, then I might be so inclined to pick it up. But today we've been taking a look at the Disc Attack Robin from the Batman Power Attack or Evergreen line from Mattel. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.